Alexa, turn the lamp on. Yeah. So, basically, I've got a lecture now, but I'm like I have like no time for anything, so I'm gonna just start filming it now. Maybe the first few minutes, and then when I come back from my lecture, I'll do the rest. But so if it like looks a bit different, like whatever, it's just me being a mess. But yeah, so I'm gonna do. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be doing like a like I don't know, like a Surrey student thing, like different things. I've got like a little mind map actually. That is currently in the kitchen. So, but yeah, I'm gonna be going through like I don't know, like accommodation, stuff in town, just little bits like that. It's probably going to be quite a long video. I'm going to try and go through everything. I've had quite a lot of requests for this video from like prospective students, you know, like friends, stuff like that. So yeah, I'm hopefully going to go through everything. Everything's going to be quite brief, so if you want anything in more detail, just let me know and I'll try and do a video on that, because to be honest, most of the things I'm talking about could be like a whole video, but I don't want to make this video super long, so I'm just going to try and keep it short. Yeah, that's basically it. Also, another thing that I have to say is, obviously everything that I say is just my personal experience. I'm sure a lot of different people have different experiences, like international students, they have like different perspectives because they have a lot of support programs, and obviously it's a lot harder going to uni in a different country. I personally don't come from very far. I'm originally from Essex, which is like an hour and a half, 2-hour drive with no traffic, so it's not far at all, and obviously it's in England, so it's not really that much of a change. But I know people that have come from like Romania, France, America, Australia. Obviously, the way people are is going to be quite different too. Some of the laws may be different, so different people have different experiences. Yeah, so this is just my experience and my opinion. Yeah, and also if you have any other video requests, I've got quite a few like planned, but if you have anything that you particularly want, just either message me or comment it down below, and I will make sure to try and plan that into my schedule as well. But yeah, I've not been very active at the moment. We had exams after Christmas, and then I've just been like everywhere doing loads of stuff. The reason it's blank behind me is I've actually changed my room around. So there's some photos there, but then there's also photos like under my desk, and they're all like that side now, so I can put like revision posters up. Well, I've started some now. Yeah. Put my phone back on charge. But yeah, let me know if you have any requests, and then I will make sure to do that. So without further ado, well, I'm going to go to my lecture now, and then when I come back, I will start the video. See you guys soon.
Let's go to our camerawoman, Danielle Theobald, to find out more.
So I just got back from my lecture, and yeah, so we're going to get into it now. I did like a mind map of everything that I was going to do, and I've lost it. So I'm going to do a cool little like time-lapse thing of everything I was planning on doing. Yeah. Okay, so now I've redone my mind map, I'm going to start finally. Right, the first thing, which is probably most students, not worries, but like what most students want to think about is the nightlife. So, number one, nightlife. Now, yeah, this is probably what students most like look for at unis. Well, not most look for, obviously they look for like good unis and stuff, but it's like one of the top things that people look for. So the University of Surrey is in Guildford. Guildford is, I don't want to say it's a posh area, but from like, I don't know, from like, for me it's like a lot posher than where I was before. So there are 4 clubs in Guildford, excluding Spoons. They're called Pop World, 33 Hertz, Bar 13 and Casino. I mean, they're not the best clubs.
Oh, go on!
I'm filming a YouTube video yet again. Why do you always come in?
Afternoon all. How are things?
Oh my god.
I'm leaving in a minute. Where's
Where are you going?
I'm just about leaving the room.
Oh,
Where's Big Man H?
he's having Nando's with his cousin.
Oh, having Nando's with cousin.
His friends.
Oh, cute little meals of bay. So all you people thinking to come to Surrey Uni, hit up White's House, the best cocktail bar around.
No, they actually can't make cocktails.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on, just
Yeah.
ignore her. Okay, what is the nightlife like in Guildford?
The nightlife, I mean, it's not amazing. Depends where you come from, to be fair. If you come from...
Spoons is good.
Yeah, Spoons is decent.
Spoons is
Spoons will
good.
be better than your average Spoons, because,
Yeah,
you know,
it's got a dance
they don't have
floor
a
and
dance
everything.
floor and shit in like every Spoons. Like my Spoons are only have a dance floor. But as far as clubs go, you're very limited in your options. Yeah. If you like a bit of drum and bass,
It depends what you're
33
into.
hertz. Rubiks is
Pop
probably...
World is like classic bangers.
Rubiks is probably the best club. The best club, like... all like a general all-rounder sort of thing.
Mhm.
Like Pop World's alright, it's a bit cheesy, and Bar 13's
Yeah,
alright,
Bar
it's just
13's
expensive.
alright. Yeah, they'll mug you off at Bar 13.
Yeah, Rubiks is a good night out, but like you always get said, it's the people, not the place. I'm leaving now.
Yeah, she can go.
Thank you for that input. I hope you have a wild night.
Are you going to work?
I've been to work.
Oh, that's alright.
It's late.
Anyway, so yeah, I she mentioned Rubiks. Basically, Rubiks is the like the student club. It's on campus. I actually work there behind the bar. Yeah, Rubiks is probably the best place because it's all students. We do like different themed nights. Like tonight, I'm working a stock exchange night. So basically, it's like as more people buy drinks, they get more expensive, and then people that like drinks that people aren't buying as much like go down in price, and we got like screens like showing the different like stocks of the drinks. Yeah, so that'll be pretty good. Tomorrow I'm going to the Funk Soul Disco, which is run by a society here, which I will talk more about the societies. But yeah, nightlife. If you're going into town, Spoons is very, very good. It does have a dance floor, and it does play good songs. They've got a DJ you can request songs to, and obviously it's cheap drinks. And it's quite big. It's got 2 floors. Clubs, it really depends what you're into. Like Pop World, I quite like. And if I would, that would be my favourite club in Guildford. I say I go there once every 2 weeks maybe. Because we mostly just go to Rubiks because they have really good events, and it's like right on campus. It's like literally a 3-minute walk away. Yeah, so that is nightlife. So number 2 is accommodation. So, right, there are different types of accommodation you can get. I'm in Band C accommodation, but it goes from Band A all the way down to Band E. Band F, I think Band E/F, I can't remember. I'll put a link down below to like this year's accommodation like page in case you wanted like another look, or like to have like more detail. I think they've got like floor plans and more details about like the bathrooms and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm in Band C. All Band A to C do not get en suites, but Band D onwards do. Band A is in Hazel Farm, and there are, I think some of them are shared rooms, but they're like really cheap. They're only like £80. Let me get my laptop. I'll get the actual prices up, because knowing me, I'm giving like all the wrong information. While I'm getting that up, I'll tell you a bit about mine. So yeah, I'm in Band C. I'm in Battersea Court. All of the Band C accommodation is on the Stag Hill campus, which is the main campus where like all the lectures are taught. However, all of the Band D accommodations who get en suites, they're on the Manor Park campus, which is near the sports park and Tesco's, but it means you have to kind of like commute on the bus or walk every day when you have lectures and stuff, which is one of the reasons why I didn't go for Band D. And it's also because my rent here is £101 a week, £100 to £101 a week, and at Band D it's £145, and I could not like justify in my brain paying like nearly £50 extra a week, £200 a month just to have an ensuite when it's fine here and it's less cleaning. Like my main issue that I thought when I was like applying for my accommodation was like, oh, what if I need the toilet or the shower and there's someone in there? But actually like it was never an issue for me. Like literally I've never want to go to the toilet or go to the shower and like there's been someone in there, so there's always been at least one free, and a lot of the time they're all empty. So I live in a I live in a flat of 14 people. It sounds a lot, but honestly it's not. Like I'm never with more than like 6 people in the kitchen at any one time, and the kitchen is quite big. So I will be doing an accommodation tour video. I'm not sure when, but yeah, I'll just do like a flat tour and I'll show you everything there. But yeah, the kitchen is big. There's 2 ovens, a sink, there are 3 showers and 3 bathrooms. Yeah, right, let me get the prices up. So the price list for the 2019 to 2020 academic year, which is this academic, next academic year. So right, the shared bedrooms on the Stag Hill campus are £72 a week. Band A budget bedrooms, Hazel Farm. Now Hazel Farm is like a long bus journey away. I think it's like half an hour bus journey away, 20 minutes, something like that. You do get a free bus pass with your accommodation, but I personally think it's worth to pay the extra money for like so much less faff, and like you could be late to lectures, it takes like study time away. Yeah, so I personally would never go for that, but if you want to save money, it is like half the price, so it is really cheap, but I just preferred paying extra. Yeah, and then Band B, the Band B is also on Hazel Farm, and they are £90 a week. Band C, so as I said, Band C is all based on campus. I've told you a bit about that. There's several different courts. Right, Band D is all in. Oh no, I tell a lie. I lied. There are actually some Band D rooms on campus, but it's like right kind of on the outskirts of campus, the Stag Hill campus, which is the main campus. If you're going to study vet med or any veterinary degree, it probably would be ideal for you if you do go to Manor Park in a Band D room, because the vet building is actually at Manor Park next to the sports park, like a massive vet building, the new one. Yeah, so you wouldn't have to commute. You'd have to commute if you're on Stag Hill. But all of the other lectures for all the other degrees are based on Stag Hill. Band E, enhanced ensuite single bedrooms. Oh, wait. Yeah. The Band D bedrooms are 144 to 153, so I don't know, about, to say like 147, 148. Yeah, so quite a lot more expensive just to have like an extra bathroom. Unless, of course, you are a vet, then you want to think about whether you want to commute every day. Band E, enhanced ensuite single bedrooms. They are on Manor Park and Stag Hill campus, but they are 179 to 184 a week. Now, I don't know. I mean, I get the minimum student loan, so I, like, my loan would not cover having that, but I suppose if you got a higher loan, or if your parents are planning to like pay for your accommodation or something like that, it'd be good. But I think they're in flats of 4, so there's not a lot of people really to talk to. Like, people are likely to be out most of the time. Forgot to say, in Band D, I think they are flats of 6 as well. I would link down all the information, the page with all the information on as well. And then Band F is a self-contained studio flat on Manor Park, and it's 225 a week. Now, I would never be paying that, but as I said, it would obviously suit some people. Yeah, so they're the different accommodation types. Now, with rules, there isn't really that many rules, as in, I don't know, I think it is stricter than some universities, as in, we're only allowed like guests from outside the uni in our accommodation. I think it's between 8 AM and 11 PM. Yeah, and I know some unis allow people to stay over. But we do have guest bedrooms. I think they're like £40 a night, which is a lot cheaper compared to a hotel. Apart from that, we're not allowed like loud music and like people shouting past 11 o'clock, which is quiet hours, so we have to leave for 11 o'clock if we're going out after prees. We have to be careful when like hair drying and spraying deodorant in our room, because our fire alarms in our rooms are mist detectors, whereas the ones in the kitchen are heat detectors. My fire alarm started going red and nearly set off the fire alarm the other day because I was drying like a jumper, and I spilled something on it where my boyfriend threw Marmite at me, and it went on my jumper, so I washed it off, and I like put the hairdryer on. Yeah, and I just left it there, but then the actual hairdryer like started to melt, and I was in my room, but I like turned around, and there was like mist, and my like light on my fire alarm was red, so I like opened the windows, opened the door, literally was like, oh my god. And then like some fire people came like running up the stairs, and they were like, oh, what's going on? I was like, oh, I just left my hairdryer on. And they were like, oh, okay. And then they went away. But scary moments. But yeah, as long as you don't leave like loads of mess in the kitchen. Like obviously after prees our kitchen gets pretty messy, but I mean we have like food all over the floor sometimes. Well, not all over the floor, but like there's loads of food on the floor, and the cleaners do come 3 times a week, and they clean the bathrooms, like the hallways and the kitchen, all the like communal areas they'll clean. There is a hoover to hoover your room as well. Yeah, but in the way of rules, there's really not that many. We have had the warden come up a few times if we haven't left before 11. But yeah, a lot of people get that, and the wardens do like checks. They'll walk around and do little checks to like see if they can hear any noise, because obviously some people are revising, some people want to go to sleep, so it's not nice to have noise after 11. But yeah, apart from that, accommodation's really good. Yeah, the rooms are also a decent size, so is the kitchen. But then I can only speak for my accommodation. I know Surrey, my court, Battersea Court, has been like renovated like 2 years ago, whereas the Surrey Court, which is also Band C, their buildings are quite a lot older and they look like a bit worse than ours. So yeah, but yeah, that's for Battersea anyway. Number 3, Rubiks. Now, Rubiks is like, it's like the social hub of I don't know, of students' union. So Rubiks is the students' union. So it is a nightclub and they do different events, but then a lot of societies also held there, like yoga, stuff like that. Yeah, they do also other events for students. So like on Thursday there's a fresh food market outside Rubiks, so you can get like fresh food, you don't have to go all the way to Tesco's. Yeah, I mean, so basically Rubiks charges money for like tickets to events, and then obviously, I mean, the prices of drinks are pretty much average. They're a tiny bit cheaper than usual, well, compared to what I'm used to, but yeah, they are like a normal-ish price, and that is because the societies, there's so many at Surrey. I will put a link of societies down below. I'm going to make a list of what I need to link. So yeah, there are so many, and a lot of them have like joining fees, especially if you're going into like a competitive sport and pay for competitions and stuff. But the joining fees are very cheap, and that is because at Rubiks all of the profit goes back into the uni or go into the societies, providing for them. So Rubiks does not make any profit, it just goes to like paying for the event, paying for staff like me. Yeah, it doesn't make any profit, and a lot of students I think sometimes don't realise that, and they get a bit annoyed that the prices are usual and not like student prices. But yeah, it's because it all goes back into the uni, and the societies rely on Rubiks to make the money to keep the societies running. So yeah, a lot of the societies are sports based, so there's literally every sport like you could ever think of at Surrey. And yeah, so the sports, we have the Surrey Sports Park, which I'll put a link down below to. There's like 3G football pitches, like grass pitches, there's a gym, swimming pool, there's rock climbing there, there's literally anything you could think of. There's like netball courts, baseball courts, they do fencing there, there's squash things, what they called, like cages, squash cages, I don't know. But yeah, there's loads of stuff. Personally, the only thing I use there is the gym. But yeah, I might try some more stuff out next year. I think the start of this year was very heavy with like moving into uni stuff, getting used to it all. But yeah, next year I will try and join some more stuff. But yeah, that's it for like Rubiks and all that stuff. Number 4, lectures / exams. So okay, so depending on what course you do, I'm a bit low, aren't I? Right, depending on what course you do, it's very like dependent on what your timetable's like, how many lectures you have. Some days I will have like, sometimes I have none, but that's very rare. Not most days, but some days I'll have like 1 or 2 lectures, but then like the next day I'll have 7 lectures, or one day I'll have like a 3-hour lecture, or like a triple lecture of like say biochemistry, and then like I'll have an hour break, then I'll have like a 3-hour lab. I know at GSA they're in pretty much the whole day, which would literally ruin me. But then they have no exams, so they don't really have stress for that, and they don't really need time to prepare for exams. So I know it all depends down to what course it is. In terms of lecturers, obviously, I don't know, everyone has a different style of like learning, and some of the lecturers, I mean all of them like teach completely differently. Like there is no lecturer that I have that is even similar to the next. Lecturers do swap around quite often. Like sometimes I'll only have like 3 or 4 lectures with one lecturer, and then like I'll be on to another one. So they do switch around. Sometimes a lot of my lecturers are like foreign, and sometimes it's like difficult to understand what they say, but they're so nice, and if you ask them to repeat something, like they understand and they'll just repeat it again, and they'll try and say it a bit clearer. All of the lectures, well, all of mine anyway, are recorded on Panopto, which is an online system. I'll get it up for you now. It's basically an online system, and like all the lectures are like recorded. So if you miss something in the lecture, or if you're ill one day and you can't go to the lecture, the video is online, so you can like as if you're in the lecture. But I don't know, I always used to think that, oh yeah, I'll just watch the Panopto, but it's so much better to be in the lecture, because like I don't know, you just need to be in the if you can go to the lecture, because it is such a better experience, and the Panoptos, they sound so much more boring than if you're in the lecture. Like it will feel like 5 hours for 1 hour Panopto. So for example, I'll show you a little snippet of my Panopto from yesterday from biochemistry.
So they can act as insulation.
So
Okay.
it's like a recording of the slides, and then it's got
of the physical properties
it's got like the lecturer's voice over the top of it, and so the lecturers wear like a little microphone, and they like speak into that, so the whole like lecture hall can hear, and then it records it onto the slides. Some of them actually record the lecturer as well, depends what room you're in. But yeah, in terms of exams, there are a lot of different assessment methods, so multiple choice, essay questions, short answer questions, lab reports, like write-ups. There is a lot of different stuff, so it's good because it's varied, and it like, I don't know, it prepares you for like the next few years as it becomes harder, but it's also good as in it's like good for everyone. So say if I could only do essay questions and they were all multiple choice, I'd literally be like, oh okay, so like I'm not going to do well because of the type of examination, but no, it's all good. So yeah, there's that as well. Yeah, that pretty much sums up. Pretty much sums it up. Number 5, I just wanted to quickly say about the library and campus facilities in general. So the library is open 24/7. It is big, it is, they've just redone it so it all looks really nice. There's different floors with different things. So floor 2, I believe, is like just a study on your own. There is a silent study area as well, which has got like glass around it. If you literally like open a packet of crisps, everyone looks at you, so don't go in there unless you actually want to be completely silent. Floor 4 is like a group study area. They have people all round that will help you. There's computers in there. There's also a splash thing in there, which is like extra support for if you're doing essay writing, or if you're a foreign student and need help with English, stuff like that. There's also study rooms that you can book out using your Surrey account if you have like a group project, which have like screens in there, and you can take your laptop and plug it in, and there's like a table with chairs, and it's like a room to yourself where you can get with your group, stuff like that. Yeah, and campus facilities, yeah, I mean, there's toilets in every building. There is a Santander on site. Simply Fresh is actually in like the ground floor of the library, and it's literally like a little Tesco's or a little Co-op. You can go in and there's pretty much everything in there. There's just, yeah, it's like a little Tesco's or a little Co-op. Like, you can get everything in there. There's also Appleseed, where you can get notebooks, you can get your Surrey merchandise, textbooks, stationery, stuff like that. Yeah, there's also a few, like, you know, there's like a Starbucks, there's a T's and T's, which is like a little shop. There's like, I think it's called Youngside Restaurant or something like that. It's just like where you can get a little bit of food. There's also an actual restaurant. There's Waite's House, as Darcy said. Darcy works there. Yeah, which is where you can go in the evening. They do like cocktails, and that's quite cheap. They do like 2 for £7, between 7 and 9, I think. I'm not sure. Darcy will kill me if I get it wrong, but whatever. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff going on, and yeah, it's really like, yeah, if there's something you want, it'll be there. Number 6 is budgeting and like cooking. So I used to have a spreadsheet where I had everything on, but I never like kept up to date with it. So mine's quite easy because I use the same amount of money every week, and I split it into different categories. Well, my mum gives me money every week because I get the minimum loan, and yeah, it's into different categories, and that's how much I have for the week. If my loan pretty much only just covers my accommodation fees, I don't really get anything left over. So I get £70 a week, which sounds like a lot, but I get 40 for food, which also sounds like a lot, but trust me, when you do like your first university shop, like where you need to get salt, pepper, bacon trays, it'll be about 150 to 200 just to get the basic stuff like packets of rice, I know, tea bags, stuff like that. But yeah, just general, about £40 a week on food, 20 for going out, 5 for stationery, and 5 for laundry. So a normal like wash is £2.20, and to dry is £1.20. I do usually dry mine, it's just so much easier. But yeah, it's also something you need to think about. And cooking, so I'm quite lucky. So I live with my boyfriend in my flat, and we do like one cooking day each, so I'll cook today, he'll cook tomorrow, and then like etc. So it does use slightly less food, and it's easier, like I don't have to cook every night and wash up and stuff. And I do have 2 flatmates as well that do that, who are just friends, and they do that. So you can do that, or I did used to cook for myself every night. Yeah, it's easy to do like quick meals. Some people in my flat do like do some like quite interesting food, but I normally stick to plain food. My main meals are like haddock mashed with veg, like spaghetti bolognese, pork, chicken, like stuff like that. Nothing like that fancy. Nothing fancy. Yeah, just keep it simple if you're thinking about time and money, and yeah, it'll be good. Number 7, town, food and shops. Now, town is about a 15-minute walk from campus, but the Tesco's is like a 15-minute walk from campus, but like in the opposite direction. So if you want to go shopping, it's like 15 minutes away. But if you need something quickly, you can go to Simply Fresh. Or what me and my boyfriend do is we do like a food shop, we'll do it all together, and then they go to the bottom of the stairs and we just bring it up the stairs. It's about £2 or £3 every week for delivery, but it's so worth it, like, because we used to go to the gym and then on the way back go to Tesco's and like carry the bags back. But when you're getting like milk, juice, stuff like that, like all your meat, it's sometimes it gets a bit like, and like it takes up so much time as well. It takes like an hour, so so much easier just to do it online and then get that over and done with. But yeah, town is quite it's fairly big, and it's very like quaint. I think quaint's the word. It's got like little, what do you call it, cobblestones everywhere. There is normally quite a lot of people if you go on like a weekend. So shops that I usually go to as like a teenage girl, there's like Urban Outfitters they've got, Tiger I like, Zara, they've got a Top Shop, but they've also got cheaper shops like Primark. They've got a few nail shops there, and then they've just got like your general shops. They've got Debenhams, House of Fraser. Restaurant wise as well, there are actually quite a lot of restaurants, so we always go to Nando's. Like, it's literally, we just always go. There is a big variety. There's like Wagamama's, Yo Sushi, Tortilla. There's so many things. There's a Bill's, Pizza Express, there's a Jamie's Italian. There's lots and lots of shops and food as well. Number 8, international students. So going to uni, well, I can't speak from personal experience, but going to uni in a different country must be very like nerve-wracking, and like you must be very unsure. I'm not sure about other unis, but at Surrey there's such a good programme for international students, and there are so many international students here. Like, there's so many, and they really try to make you feel at home and feel welcome. There's different like clubs, there's loads of societies. Like last night I worked a Mediterranean night, where anyone can go to these events, but it was like aimed at the Mediterraneans. I think they have a society that set it up, and it was like Mediterranean music. The DJ was like, I think he was actually Mediterranean, because they were speaking a different language. I didn't understand. But yeah, there's so much support. There's also the Centre for Wellbeing, which anyone can go to, which gives you like therapy if getting to uni is too much, or you have like depression or a mental illness or anything like that. And there's also a doctors on campus, which I forgot to include. But yeah, it's all good. Like, honestly, like, international students are so supported here. I'm friends, and I've met with like many, and they all seem like so happy, like they fit in. And we also have, so this semester there's actually 2 people that have moved into our flat. One girl is from Germany, and one's just come back from like, she's living somewhere else, I don't know. But they come here for a semester, and they go back, so they don't actually come to the uni. But yeah, they have massive support programs. We're all friends with them. People here will make you feel really welcome. Honestly, don't worry about it. If you're coming here, you will get a lot of support if you need it. Number 9 is the last one, and it kind of links to what I was saying. The people here. So the people here, everyone I've encountered are so nice, and everyone gets along. The only like issue I've ever had is when I'm like working at work, and obviously there's drunk people that get angry if you don't want to serve them and stuff like that. But that's gonna be anywhere you go. You get stuff like that. But yeah, everyone's so welcoming. Like, everyone's really happy. Yeah, I've never got any sort of fight with anyone here. Yeah, the people are so nice, and even when you go to like Tesco's and stuff, people like move their trolleys out the way for you. I think it's just like the general area as well. It's just a really nice area, and I do love going to Surrey Uni, and I think it's definitely the right choice for me. But there are different things people need to consider. yeah, like some people prefer somewhere with more nightlife. Some people prefer being in London. We are quite close to London. We are. It's about a 40-minute train journey, and I've got a rail card, so it's about £10 return, which is really cheap. So I do go to London quite often, but I didn't want to go to a university in London. Yeah, I prefer being kind of in Guildford, like a town, rather than London, which is a busy city, and also the prices are a lot more expensive, like when you do your shopping and stuff as well. Even though I come from a city, I'd prefer being in like a slower pace. It's more like relaxed. There's loads of like, I don't know, there's like loads of lakes and stuff here. It's really nice. Whereas in London, you don't really get a lot of that. Yeah, so I'll put the links down below to what I said, and to finish the video off, I will go to some flatmates. I'll try and find some of my flatmates, and I'll get them to talk about the uni and what they think. But apart from that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like and subscribe, and again, if you have any questions whatsoever, literally just comment or message me and I'll get back to you as quick as I can. But yeah, see you later.
You're on the phone with a girlfriend, she's upset, she's coming, you can see that I'm Juliet.
What do you think about Surrey
I don't
University?
know. I think Surrey University.
You don't have to prepare a speech.
I do.
No, you don't.
I'm Louis Emmett Stone. On the internet, LUIEMMITT. Vlogs. Videos every year. We're going to say exactly that.
No, just say like one fucking sentence about it.
Surrey University.
That's provided me with a great opportunity.
What is it? And where has it become?
It's
That makes no
subjective.
sense. But this is my documentary
So you're
on the University of Surrey.
Sorry, and you.
This is why we don't like GSA students.
So basically, yeah, GSA, you don't like them. Like whatever you are, whatever you do, you don't
Here
like
we see the
GSA.
natural hostility between University of Surrey students and GSA students
Because GSA think they're
in
better
their
than
natural
everyone, they're not.
habitats. Come to Surrey University if you are coming next year or the year after, because I'm here. Otherwise, don't bother.
Who's from Gibraltar?
What an amazing dinner.
Don't tell them where I live.
Look at that nutritious dinner.
I'm fucking on a schedule.
Classic dinner.
The Himalayans that add the nutrition.
Yeah.
I'm fucking brilliant. Oh, Louis, for God's sake. Hello, are you okay?
Quite exciting.
Are you okay?